How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the NFL podcast with your host, Alec Pecano. Tonight, I will be going over my week one picks for the NFL, upset picks, locks, game picks. Let's get started. My first upset is the Steelers +3 to upset the Falcons. The Falcons are ushering in a new regime, and I think that the Falcons are on upset alert here because this is a new regime for them. And I like the Steelers here. They're at home. If you're going to take an upset here, take the Steelers +3. My second upset is the Panthers +4 to upset Saints. This is another upset that I particularly feel really good about because the Saints, they're replacing a couple offensive linemen in Ryan Ramczyk and Anders Peet. And I like what Carolina did in the offseason, getting Xavier Legette, getting Deontay Johnson, and then drafting. Well, yes, they drafted Xavier Legette. I like Carolina +4 here to upset the Saints. And then my last upset is the Browns +2.5 to upset the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I could be crazy, but I think the Cowboys are on upset alert here. They did very little in the offseason to improve. And I think that the Cowboys are on major upset alert here in week one. Those are my upset picks. My locks for the week, I have 3. The first one is the Bengals -8.5 to cover against the Patriots. I think the Bengals are easily going to cover here. The Patriots are in a Patriots fans. I know you don't want to hear this, but you're in a rebuild. A rebuild, which means you're going to struggle. Jerod Mayo is your new head coach. I like that hire. I think Drake May should have been starting week one. But that's just me. I'll take the Bengals and the points. -8.5. My next lock of the week for the NFL is the Eagles. And their game is Friday night, the Eagles game. Eagles-Packers. You'll see my game pick, my pick for the Eagles-Packers game later. But I like the Eagles -2.5 as the lock in this game. I think the Eagles are going to show that they've improved from last year in getting knocked out of the playoffs. And I think the Eagles win. I'm not going to tell you who my pick is yet. And then my last lock of the week is the Buccaneers -3.5 to beat the Washington Commanders. I feel like calling them the Redskins, but you can't call them the Redskins. I think the Buccaneers are going to cover at least by 3 points against the Commanders. Now, let's get to my game picks. So Thursday night, we've got the Ravens and the Chiefs. Give me the Ravens. I think this is going to be a good game. It's an AFC Championship rematch. Give me the Ravens 35-24. Friday, as I said, we've got the Packers and the Eagles. Give me the Eagles. And I don't think this is going to be a close game. I think the Eagles are going to run the football down the throat of Green Bay. And if they can't do that, then they're going to pass. And I think Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown both go for over 100 yards receiving, and Saquon goes for 80 yards rushing. Now we get to the Sunday early window. The first one is the Steelers and Falcons. I'm taking the Steelers. In the discussion, their defense is going to help them win this game. And I'm not buying into yet that Russell Wilson's job is in jeopardy. I understand he struggled last year with the Broncos, but I think he's got a little bit longer of a leash in Pittsburgh. But I'll take the Steelers. Then you've got the Bills and the Cardinals. Supposedly, people are saying this is going to be the highest scoring game of week 1 of the NFL season. I believe it. Give me the Bills 33-31. And back to the Steelers. I think the Steelers win a low-scoring defensive battle 24-21. So Bills 33-31. Now we get to the Titans and the Bears. Give me the Bears to open the Caleb Williams era with a win, 34-31. Patriots, Bengals. Give me the Bengals. I talked about how I like them as a lock this week. I like them to beat the Patriots as well. And it's about 8.5 is the point spread. I think they beat them by more than 8. I think they're going to put up at least 40 points on New England. Then you got the Texans and the Colts. This is an easy one for me. Give me the Texans by 1 million. Dolphins, Jaguars. Unfortunately, I'm going to take the Dolphins in this situation. I know I gripe on Tua and Tyreek, but I think the Dolphins are going to beat the Jaguars. Then you've got the Panthers and the Saints. Give me the Panthers. As you know, they're one of my upset picks. And I think the Panthers somehow find a way to win this game, to beat the Saints. And then the last early window game is the Vikings and the Giants. This is a game between two teams that are in a rebuild. And yes, I said it, the Giants are in a rebuild. Don't gripe on me for picking on the Giants saying they're in a rebuild, because I know they are. But I think I like the Giants here because I don't trust that Sam Darnold's still not seeing ghost. So give me the Giants. Now we get to the late window games. And you've got 4. First one is the Raiders and the Chargers. Easy pick here. Give me the Chargers. The Raiders are another team that's in a rebuild. And I think the Chargers are going to get their first one of the year and their first one in the Jim Harbaugh era in LA. And it's not, I'm going to say 35-28. It's going to be a high-scoring game with the Chargers winning. Then you've got the Seahawks and the Broncos. I'm taking Seattle. Taking the Seahawks here. 35-21. I do think Bo Nix has a good NFL debut. First NFL start in the regular season. I think he throws for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns with a rushing touchdown as well and 75 yards on the ground. But I still like the Seahawks here. The next one is the Browns and the Cowboys. And this is Tom Brady's debut as an announcer. I am still going to take as you know, the Browns are one of my cover pick, my locks. No, they're one of my upsets. I like the Browns here to beat the Cowboys. And in the last late window game, we have the Buccaneers and the Commanders. Give me the Buccaneers. I think the Buccaneers start the season 1-0. Washington is another team that's in a semi-rebuild. So give me the Bucks. Sunday night, you've got the Rams and Lions. A rematch of the NFC divisional round last year. What a game that was. I think it's going to be the same thing this year. And I think the Lions are going to take this game and win this game. And then Monday night, we've got the Jets and the 49ers. As much as people want me to pick the Jets, I can't pick against San Francisco. Give me the Niners. And if you didn't also know that on this YouTube channel, I do some NFL, but it's mostly college football. And tomorrow starts the first time I've taken the Fourth and Long podcast, which is my college football podcast, on the road with me to a college football game. And I will be in Blacksburg, Virginia tomorrow through Monday, with Saturday being the Virginia Tech Marshall game. And I will be sitting in the press box for the Virginia Tech Marshall football game. And you'll be getting special access during the Virginia Tech Marshall football game with me in the press box. And also Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. on Virginia, outside of Lane Stadium at Virginia Tech, will be the first fan meetup for the College Football AP YouTube channel. You can get autographs, take photos with me, come and hang out, chill, chat it up with me from 3 to 6 p.m. on Friday outside of Lane Stadium or wherever you are on campus. And of course, you have a chance to be involved in a video. And I have a video coming out of the whole trip preview, the layout for the trip to Virginia Tech coming out in T-minus 2 hours. It'll be out live at 8 o'clock. I will be going over it. And I will be going over all the rules for the fan meetup for Virginia Tech on Friday. But that wraps up this video. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. If you enjoyed, please remember to subscribe.